Good morning, everybody. So today we are going to learn about how to do some different coiled shapes for our quilling project. Um, so for this project, we are going to learn how to roll paper in order to make all of these cool and different designs. So the first thing we are going to talk about is how to do a simple coil. So what you are going to need is you are going to need your quilling tool, some glue, your worksheet, and that's about it. I did start to roll some ahead of time just to make this video a little shorter, just because sometimes it does take a little bit of time to not only coil it, but hold it so that the glue stays. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm building my little Mickey design here. So I thought I would take the opportunity to kind of kill two birds with one stone and not only, make these, but then I can use them for my project. All right, so the first thing we need to talk about is how to make a coil. So you're going to use your quilling tool, and if you look really, really closely, there's a little slit. We are going to take our tool and we're going to put the paper right in that little slit. Okay, so it's just going to kind of fit in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pinch with my left hand and just spin with the other. So I'm just kind of keeping this hand still, but I'm holding it and making sure that it stays on the tool. I also like to stick my finger over here. That way, it all stays even and it doesn't start to make a cone shape. So again, I'm not doing anything with this hand. I'm not moving it. I'm only twisting and turning this one here. So I'm going to keep going, keep going, keep going. And then eventually I'll have it all coiled up. I'm going to take it off and then I'm going to hold it pretty tight. I'm then going to just slowly loosen my fingers, and as you can kind of see, I apologize because it's a darker color, it's starting to slowly open up and you've got that nice little loose coil right there. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little bit of glue and take a little bit of the end of my strip of paper, take some liquid glue, and I'm going to just get a little bit of glue out. You do not want to use a lot of glue. It's literally a dot. So sometimes that a little initial glue mark is just enough. So I'm going to put some glue down and I'm just going to kind of almost like scratch the surface. I'm going to kind of drag it around and put about, a pinky's worth of glue. I'm going to roll it back on over and kind of hold it for a minute, because it does take a few seconds for the glue to dry. It's not a super glue. Okay, you can even give it a little fan, give it a little blow if you want to speed up the process. And then after about 30 seconds, it should be able to hold. Great. So now I have this nice little coil. So once you have that, then you can do different shapes. So our first one is just a tight coil. So how we would do that is we would coil it on up and then, glue it in place. So we'll take care of that one first. All right, let me get another strip of paper. Okay, so here we go. Load it on, twist, twist, twist. I'm going to try to do it faster this time. And feel free at any point, you can start and stop this video if Miss Salatino is going too fast. That is the whole reason we're making this video, so you can work at your own pace. Okay, it is nice and tight. I am not going to loosen it up and let it, start to spread on out. I'm going to add some little glue. Again, you just need a very little bit. Kind of just drag it around, scratch it around. That's all the glue you need. You don't need drippings. It shouldn't be glopping out the side. All right, so a nice tight little coil. Hold it together for about 30 seconds. Let it dry. And then you're going to take the glue, throw a little glue on the bottom, spread it around, and then we're going to just put it on our paper. All right, there's our first one. All right, the next one has to do with all of those loose coils. So when they're a little bit more spread out, where you can see the little bit of paper, kind of showing through. So once you have the loose coil, we are going to just do this through pinching. So you can do this assignment one of two ways. You can, stop and start the video while you coil, or if you want, you can just stop the video, make all of your loose coils, and then pinch them together. Either way will work. All right, so we're gonna start with our teardrop shape. We're gonna take one of our loose coils, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna use a little pinching motion, a little duck. And we're just gonna pinch the one side gently, and it's gonna give us a nice little teardrop shape. After that, I'm gonna throw a little glue on the back and place it on down. The next one is a marquee shape. It's kind of like a football or an eyeball. So it starts off just like a teardrop. So we're going to pinch our shape on one side. Then on the other side, we're gonna pinch on the other side. So you have two little pinches on either side. Oh, I shouldn't be gluing these down. I wanted to use these for my Mickey project. Okay, I'll just move that one off to the side. All right, next we are gonna do a half moon, which is very similar to how we made the marquee. So we are first going to pinch one side, pinch, pinch, pinch. We're gonna pinch the other side, pinch, pinch, pinch. But this time now, I'm going to kind of bend it. I'm gonna kind of try to bend it and get it to do that curved kind of rainbow shape, kind of like a moon. So there's my little half moon. Sometimes you can even, use your tool too. I'm just kind of wrapping around my tool a little. Okay. Whoop. And there's a little half moon. So he's a little squished, but that's okay. Okay, a little half moon. Then we're going to do a square. This one is kind of similar to what we did with the marquee. So you're going to pinch on either side to start. One pinch, two pinch. Now we need to put two pinches on the top and the bottom to finish out our square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my fingers and kind of push it together to create that second pinch. But I don't want to lose these 2 points. I'm going to kind of pinch and push. Okay, so I've got a square. You could turn it to the side to make a diamond. All right, there's my square. We'll do a diamond while we're at it because it's very similar. So if you want to do it a little faster, once you kind of understand how to do the square, you can actually just take your fingers and do it all at the same time. So I'm kind of making this kind of shape, this square shape with my hands, almost like two birdies kissing. Okay, I'm just going to evenly, with the same amount of pressure, just slowly push it on in. And I really want to push it in nice and tight on this time because I would try to get that diamond or kind of star shape. There's my diamond. All right, triangle. Same kind of idea with the square or the diamond, but this time I'm just going to pinch the two sides. So I'm doing almost more of like a triangle shape this time. Okay, so I'm going to pinch more at the top and the bottom. A loose coil, that one's easy. That's just a normal coil that we didn't touch. A shaped teardrop is just like a teardrop with a little bit of a curve. So I'm just going to kind of pinch and kind of curve it, almost like a little apostrophe or water droplet. Okay. A shaped marquee, that's kind of like a diamond. This one can be a little tricky, so we're going to pinch on either side and make your football shape, but this time we're gonna kind of push in both ways to kind of do that zigzaggy kind of motion. The last one we're going to do is our half circle. Right? So I am going to try to pinch on one side, pinch on the other. So it's kind of like a marquee, but not quite. I'm trying to really make it look like a half circle or the letter D. Okay. Kind of looks something like that. And the last one is a scroll. This is where we just loosen up, or we coil another piece of paper, but we don't glue it down. Or glue it together, I should say. The tail is loose. So oil it on up, take it off, and just let it gently come out. All right, so that would be your scroll where it's not put together. All right, my friends, so this is what you are going to work on. That way you understand all of the different shapes for when it comes time to build. Because when you start to build these, you want to, I know it's kind of hard to see, I apologize with the brown on the brown. You want to start to fit them in like a puzzle piece. You don't want to have gaps. So I have a circle next to a curved teardrop and a marquee over here. So they're all just kind of shaped in there together. And I apologize that you can't really see it that well. My camera's not the best, but yeah. So this is all going to be filled up with different pieces as we go. And they'll just kind of start to, fit in like that. And we'll glue them on down. Oh, that's actually a perfect piece for right there. It fits in so nicely. Okay, guys, have fun. Again, don't forget you can start and stop this video. If Miss Salatino's going too fast, you can back it up if you need me to explain it again. Or if you're really struggling, you can come see me if I'm here. And if I'm not here, maybe ask the sub for help. All right, guys, have a great day.